Greetings and welcome to Dude's Comic Haul. I'm Jason and this is my weekly haul video where I share with you the new comics books I picked up today on the best day of the week, New Comic Book Day. So, a monster this week, 19 books, so let's get straight into this haul. We first up have Superior Spider-Man, issue number 33, continues the Edge of the SpiderVerse story. I was a bit unsure whether I should read Edge of the SpiderVerse issue 2 or this first, but Marvel have done this brilliant job of this checklist in the back which tells you right there your reading order, which I applaud Marvel for. A simple thing to do, but makes the reading of the series so much easier. We then have Hulk Annual, issue number 1. I haven't got a clue what this is about, but it's the Hulk, so I thought I'd give it a go. It's written by Montenero, who a name I've never heard of before, so we'll give this a whirl. It's got a number of artists, but flicking through it, I think they each have a chapter, and so each chapter is done by a different artist. So I think if they're going to use mobile artists, that's at least a clever way of doing it. I can remember DC doing the same with a Flash Annual. Was it an annual? Or yeah, I think it was a Flash Annual that they done it on. Next up we have two 3D covers. We have Batwoman, which I think is my favourite 3D cover this week. I love that, turning into a vampire. This at least looks like it ties into what's going on currently in the book, with a possibly future for our Batwoman. I've been a bit disappointed with Future's End, and I think I'm at the point where I've had enough of Future's End month, and we're in like the third week, and for somebody who's looking forward to it, and now 3 weeks in, I've had enough. That's not good. I didn't expect every book to kind of tie in directly to Future's End, but I did expect them to at least build up that world and show us glimpses of different parts of that world and what's happened to our characters. And so it would give us a richer feel for this world, but it hasn't. They've just been generic stories that could be set in any Elseworld future, so yeah. I've been a bit disappointed, but I'm hoping Batwoman at least, because it looks interesting. I also picked up Red Hood and the Outlaws. This one's a bit trickier to get going, because it has them together. I don't know how well you can see that. It has them together, and then it bang! Oh no, they're together again. No, now we're fighting. Now we're together. So yeah, at the moment I'm a bit bat crazy. Since Batman Day, I've kind of been jumping back on all these books. I've always really liked the character of Batwoman, but I just wasn't as keen on where the creative team were taking it. But it's a character I care about too much, so I've come back to it. Red Hood and the Outlaws, I like the characters. I like that you have these three outcasts that have kind of come together and forged this friendship, even though they don't want to kind of admit that they've got this friendship. And I like the characters in here. I don't feel they've had a right creative team on this book yet to really maximise what this book could be awesome. And I just think with Scott Lobdell, I feel, I was going to say Libyan. Scott Lobdell, I feel he's a good writer but inconsistent. He'll have a couple of really strong issues, then a couple of so-so issues. James Tynion the Fourth, I think, or is it Tynan? I'm not sure, but with him, I don't think he ever really. He took the book in a direction that didn't work, and now we're back to Lobdell, and yeah, we'll see if the second bite of the cherry is going to be sweeter. Now these are the books off my pull list. We have Uncanny Avengers. Really looking forward to the Axis storyline. This continues the march to Axis. I'm really looking forward to the Axis. It's been a while since there's been an event that I've looked forward to. I think the last one was probably Avengers vs XMen. That going into it, that I was excited about and thought had potential. So that's a few years back now, isn't it? So yeah. So I'm looking forward to Axis. It's going to be written by Remender, so it has the potential to be good. So I'm looking forward to reading that one. We then have Uncanny XMen, which I have no clue what's going on here. We had the world read, and now Cyclops has to go and do this mission before they could get the rest of the world read. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. But they're sure dragging out the reading of this will. The book I'm most looking forward to this week is For God of Thunder, issue number 25. The final issue, the final time we'll see for now at least, Jason Aaron and Esad Ribic contributing together on a book. It's so sad because I think these two, it's not just been the best it's not just been the best Thor run, but it's also been, for me, the God Bomb and the God Butcher stories are two of my all-time favourites of any comic. And just really show what you can do with Thor, and how, like, there are moments in it that are funny, there are moments that are jaw-dropping. I just really loved that story, and it's a shame to see this creative team go. But the book's going where it's going. But I'm really looking forward to this issue. It's a $4.99 book, but it's all story, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how this is all going to end up. We then have Edge of SpiderVerse, issue number 2. This issue deals with Gwen Stacy. If she was bitten by the spider, it became Spider-Woman. So I like that. That's going to be an interesting spin. Not just because, like, Gwen's going to be the hero, but how does Peter Parker fit into all this? Will Uncle Ben still be alive? And will Peter not have learnt the thing of, with great power comes great responsibility, which has shaped the person he became? So will he be a different person in this world? So there's so many questions I've got, and would this mean that Captain Stacy will be alive? And how will her dealings with the villains have gone differently? This is why I love alternate reality stuff, because there's just so many questions and so many ways this could go. I'm really looking forward to this. We then have the final issue of Thor and Loki, the 10th Realm. Finishes this off. It's a bit of a spoiler, but it's on the cover. Odin is back. So yeah, he's come to basically clear this mess up. Thor and Loki have opened the 10th Realm to find their sister, their long lost sister who's still alive. And Odin has come back because now the angels are getting out of the 10th Realm and are going to cause a load of havoc in the universe. So Odin has to come back to clean up this mess. They've left a lot to kind of finish off in this one issue, and it'll be interesting to see if they can really do everything justice. We then have issue number 21 of Nova. I've really been enjoying this. I think this book's really lifted up the last few issues. I think the original Sin stuff really kicked this book into high gear. I think it was going along. It was surviving. It was been interesting, but I think it's really kicked up the story. I love the team up with Rocket for 2 issues, and now we know that his dad's alive and where his dad is. I'm really interested to see where the story's going to go from here. We then have Hulk issue number 6, which I'm liking the direction. I would have liked to have seen Hulk be an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. for a bit longer, but now he's got this mission where he's going to take out all the gamma radiated heroes and villains. Anyone who's got gamma powers, he's going to take out and take away their powers. So this will set Hulk on a collision course with a lot of different characters, some who are very close to him. So I'm really interested in where this is going to go and how it's all going to work out. We then have Daredevil issue number 8. Javier Rodriguez did a great job. I'm so pleased to have Chris Samney back on art. That is awesome. The cover looks like we've got a bunch of spooky kids, so that should be cool. This is another book. I have no idea what's going to go on in this issue, so, and that's quite exciting when you're going into a book and you just don't know what to expect. We have all new X Factor issue number 14. Really been enjoying this. Again, much like Daredevil, have no idea what to expect. But Peter David's just, as always, doing a great job. We then have issue number 32 of All New X-Men. Last issue really surprised me. It was one of the books that I just didn't know what was going to happen. And we met this new mutant whose power is she can open doorways to other dimensions, but she doesn't have to control it. And accidentally she put the original X-Men into these other universes. And Jean Grey come face to face with our old Spider-Man, Miles Morales. So I'm really excited for this story. You could grumble that we've got Edge of Spider-Verse and now the X-Men are going to different realities. What's going on? Isn't this a bit too much? But I don't care. I love alternate realities, and I just think this could be a lot of fun. We have a couple more 3D covers. We have Justice League, which I understand is it's supposed to be. Let's see if I can get this to work. We have the Justice League today and the Justice League of the future. I understand this is part 2 of a 2-part story, which DC, do you understand how a one-shot works? It's like one, and it does not mean it's part 1 of 2. One means it's one alone, or at least that's my understanding of one-shot. So yeah, I refuse to go and buy part 1 of this story just because it's not a book I usually pick up, and I feel if I go and do that, then DC have kind of won, if you will. I know it might seem kind of petty, but I feel like if I buy part 1, it's like DC have won. They've maybe buy an extra issue I didn't want to buy, and I just refuse to do that. So we'll see how this story works when I've not read part 1. We then have Batman and Robin. Starts off with that. That's quite cool, and then it goes into that. So yeah, we're interested to see what this story deals with. Another gripe about the Future's End books is that all the Batman ones don't feel like they're in the same world, or it's the same Batman. So that's part of the problem. I think we needed people to have more communication, which seems to be the big problem with DC. Full stop. Knowing what's happened on different books. We then have Clone issue number 20 from Image. This is one of my favourite books, and I always say if I had one comic book wish, it would be that more people read this book, because it is brilliant. Every issue they cram so much in, and there's a couple of really good plot points that are reaching boiling point that I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens. Love me some Clone. Then if I had a favourite cover this week, it would be this one. It is Future's End issue number 20. That scary Joker cover. I'm hoping this means we're going to go further into the future and see what happened to Batman and the Joker from that issue a few weeks back where we saw a glimpse of them. So that's cool. I think this book, the last couple of weeks, has just really picked up. Probably for the last month. It's just been on this. It hit this point where it was building and building each issue, and it just beat this point where it started paying off. And all these big plot points started blowing up. And it's like it just hasn't let up since then. For about a month, it just hasn't let up. Every issue something big is happening. So right now this book is in a really great state, and every issue I'm looking forward to reading it. And when a weekly can get you like that's great. We then have Batman Eternal issue number 24. This had a bit of a good run. I've had a bit of a bump in the road last week. It wasn't awful. It was still a good issue, but I did feel it had problems where previous issue it had a run of a few issues of it being better. This issue looks like we're going to get spoiler, which is cool by me. Coming into this, I did not know the character of Stephanie Brown, but I've really liked what we've seen in Batman Eternal. I like how she got her name, the Spoiler, because she's trying to spoil her father's plans, and I really like the character, and I hope when this is done that she's going to play a big part in the Bat family, because like I say, I really like her character, and if we've got a book where she's a big part of the story, I'm going to be a happy camper. So those are my books for this week. I've also got a couple of books I picked up off eBay if I didn't have enough to read. Like I say, I'm a bit bat crazy at the moment, trying to get back into a lot of the books. Batgirl was a book I dropped after the whole Gail Simone debacle, where she was seemingly took off the book and then bought back. And we had 2 issues written by Ray Fawkes. So I dropped it around that time. So I'm going back now and trying to catch up on the book. I thought buy a couple of issues because I know the new creative team come on next month. So I'm going to start picking it up with the new creative team. But then on eBay every month I'll try and buy a couple of issues of the previous run to complete that part of my collection. So where I left off, we got issue 17. That was written by Ray Fawkes. And another Ray Fawkes issue was issue 80, which was also a Requiem issue they were doing at the time for the death of Robin. Another book I picked off eBay was Nightworld, issue number 1. And I managed to get issue number 2 from my local comic shop. I will be doing a review for this in a comic book catch-up video. I'd planned to do that yesterday, but we had workmen in and they were banging, and I was like, I don't really think it's going to make a good video, them banging and me trying to review a book. So some point over the weekend, expect to see a comic book catch-up video with that on it. Another book I probably will be doing a comic book catch-up video of is Batgirl, Future's End, issue number 1. get my opinions on that. I don't know how well you can see that cover because it's in the cover, but yeah, no, you can't see it too good, but yeah, so I'll probably be doing a review of that as well. And if I didn't have enough to read, my Doctor Who magazine arrived in the post, so yeah, I have got a lot to read, so I will definitely be staying out of mischief for the next few days as I hibernate and read my comics. So yeah, that's me done for another week. I should be back, like I say, with a comic book catch-up video probably Saturday, then possibly Sunday, Monday I'll have my review video up where I'll review the books I got this week. So that's me done. Thank you very much for watching my video. Please, if you liked it, give me those beautiful thumbs up. Let me know you like my video. If you think I've missed something this week or there's a particular book you're excited about, please, the comments below, let me know. I've been Jason. This has been Dude's Comic Haul. Bye for now.